time to make it official. Piers asked Katie to be his girlfriend. Katie declined. After some persistent and uncool pleading from Piers on Piers's part, and even an off-cuff remark of, "Don't you know how much your social status will increase if you are my girlfriend?" Katie agreed. Piers's Facebook status was updated to "in a relationship." Things were going great. It was time to meet the families. First to be introduced and give the seal of approval was Katie's sister Stacey and her now wife Holly. Where better setting than at tea in the park? Absolutely steaming. Stacey somehow refused to believe Piers was who he claimed to be. Luckily, he had his name tattooed on his back. Next was a get-together for Katie's dad, Grenville's birthday. Piers was keen to make a good impression and took Fiona, Katie's mum, some flowers. Gren called him out straight away and was a smooth operator, and trying to be. Eventually, Katie was allowed to meet Mara and Douglas, Piers's parents, back in the grass market. Mara was desperate to know exactly what is it you like about my son. Piers's nervous stomach kept him away from the table most of the evening. How is that nervous stomach doing now? Katie lived in a flat down in Relief with Rosa and Fee. During this time, the couple were in their partying stage. Out every weekend or even midweek to the local at the Orchard, trips to tea in the park, the Stone Roses at Eaton Park, and a trip to, is it Krakow? Oh, this is so that's why I'm out of touch with these things. To this day, what that remains the only holiday abroad that they've had together, which is probably just as well the few times they've been outside Scotland. The couple have not fared well. In Poland, they were nearly left by their tour bus after wandering off and getting lost in conversation. Whilst in Manchester, after a night out with Sam, Lawrence, Steve and Sophie, they didn't manage to check into their hotel until 7 AM, with no paperwork to remind them where their hotel was, or what it was even called. It's a surprise that they've made it to this day. Piers soon became the fourth housemate in Emily's Grove, and was over nearly every night, which must have annoyed the girls somewhat, and decided to move into their own space around the corner. Living together only made them grow closer. They loved coming home to each other after a hard day and getting cosy on the sofa with the latest box set. And Piers would have Katie in hysterics every single night. The flat saw some great times and one unexpected trying time, but throughout it all, only made them realise how lucky they were to have found and to have each other. In July 2013, they bought their own home in Slateford Gate to be closer to family and friends. In fact, they bought the flats directly opposite Piers's best friend, Ramjam, his partner Jill, and their beautiful daughter, Madison. Images of Ramjam in his balcony in his boxers, when I'm cleaning windows on his ukulele every other Sunday morning still resonate in both of their minds today. Come September, Katie was expecting, and they began nesting with a new arrival. About 5 months into the pregnancy, Piers decided or realised that life didn't really get much better than this. He had his own home, woman of his dreams, and a baby boy on the way. With a little help from Ramjam and Mabel, he decided he was going to propose, in a way, a little bit out of the ordinary. Results can be seen on the TV screen displayed over at the front there today. And of course, he said, yes. Their son was due on the 15th of June and made it clear in the early hours of the 16th that he was on his way. With Piers sent to work, Katie's mum knocked at the door. Isn't it funny how mums just know when something's not happening? After a few hours, baths and walks around the block, Piers was given a Rory, in no hurry, casually jumped on a bus and came home to pour himself a refreshing drink, with which he left the freezer door open to defrost its entire contents. Bags ready, he went to pack the car, only to return to the flat to inform Katie, who was puffing over an inflatable gym ball, that not to worry, but I have a flat tire. After a few missed calls, Stacey came to the rescue and piled them all into her Ford car, the Simpsons Labour Ward. Katie will never forget those speed bumps en route. They were put in to the hotel-like birthing suite, and Katie jumped straight into the pool. It was an exciting night. The World Cup was on, and Iran and Nigeria were playing on the rooms TV. There were plenty of phone calls from Pierce's dad, Douglas, to give him grief about his AA breakdown renewal. At 10:08 p.m, little Ramsey made his entrance into the world. A beautiful little bundle that you never dreamt or imagined could be so perfect and so goddamn cute. Ramsey is truly the gift that keeps on giving. They've enriched their lives in so many ways. They show them what true love really is. What's happening in the life never fails to make you smile. 6 a.m. A strange odour oozes from his nappy. Katie and Pierce believe that he has made them better people, and Pierce hopes that his little son takes after his mother's good looks, kind nature, caring attitude, and takes his last name. Katie and Pierce are both so happy they have found each other. They are together, the best of friends, and can achieve anything they put their minds to. Now, let's have a reading from Keith Brown, a best friend of Pierce, who will give us a nice reading. So, welcome, please.
So for my reading today, I've selected a poem from one of my favourite contemporary poets. And in this poem, the man is expressing his love and his appreciation for his lady and all that she's done for him. I felt this was really relevant to me that Pierce loves Katie. The poem is titled You're All I Need by Method Man. Shorty, I'm there for you. Anytime you need. For real girl, it's me you want to be. Nothing make a man feel better than a woman who with a club and down or whatever. There's a lot of things that are forever. We can make war or we can make babies. Back when I was nothing, we made a brother to himself. That's why I'm with you in this debut in front of me. You would draw me on my back and say, baby, it'll be okay. And that's real to a brother like me, baby. We're going to have to skip this next thing because it's maybe a wee bit inappropriate, alright? So I'm just going to jump in. And I'll just jump back in, alright? And I'll walk these dogs so we can live in a fat-ass crib with thousands of kids. Word life, you don't need a ring to be my wife. Just be there for me. And I'm going to make sure we be living in the lap of luxury. And I'm realising I didn't have to get what you thought you did. And now I'm going all over it. And I've got mad love to give. You might have kids.
Katie are promising to enrich their lives together as individuals. They're not promising to forgo their individuality, but to live in partnership together. This means that they will care for and work with each other, so that each of them will feel loved and secure, so that each of them will live a life which is fuller, happier, and richer than it would be without their marriage. Marriage joins two people who trust and love that they have found. It's a partnership in which each can grow and be true to themselves while sharing in the development of the other person. The statements to all of us, all of those around them, what the two of them know, that they have found such love, friendship, friendship and support. They want to share this for the rest of their lives. The marriage ceremony provides an opportunity to bring together friends and family in the same place to impart this message of love and commitment, and for everybody to celebrate in the happiness and the unity of the married couple. So we've now come to the most important part of the ceremony, where Pierce and Casey will make their formal commitments to one another and express their love and dedication to each other. Can you all please stand for this part of the ceremony? Casey and Pierce are going to make their commitment vows to each other, which are followed by their exchange of rings and their legal declarations to each other. These will be witnessed by all who are here, and specifically Stacey and Mark, the chosen legal witnesses. So first, Casey, who's made a personal promise to Pierce, can you please state, "I do," if you agree with the following statements. Do you, Katie, in the presence of your family and friends, take Pierce to be your wedded husband? Do you promise to love him, respect him, protect him, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, be faithful to him for as long as you both shall live? I do. Thank you, Katie. Now, Pierce, you're going to make your personal promise to Casey. Can you please state, "I do," if you agree with the following statements? Do you, Pierce, in the presence of your family and your friends, take Katie to be your wedded wife? Do you promise to love her, respect her, protect her, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, for forsaking all others, be faithful to her for as long as you both shall live? Thank you, Pierce. The couple will now exchange rings and make their legal declarations to one another. Please have the rings. Thank you. First, Pierce, can you take Katie's left hand and repeat after me? I, Pierce, sincerely declare that I accept you, Katie, in marriage as my lawfully wedded wife. Thank you very much, Pierce. Can you please put it on Katie's finger? Katie, please take Pierce's left hand and repeat after me. I, Katie, sincerely declare I accept you, Pierce, in marriage as my lawfully wedded husband. Thank you very much, Casey. Can you please put this ring on Pierce's finger? Casey and Pierce, by the virtue of the declaration to be in my presence and the presence of both your witnesses and of all your guests, it's my pleasure to declare you married and you may kiss.
Yeah!
Take pictures of them signing. I just
Hello everybody! Thank you! We're now going to end this happy occasion with a Celtic well-wishing for the family. But please, first, Katie and Pierce would like to thank you all for coming along today. You, the people who are special and important to them, their family and their friends. After the ceremony, the happy couple would like you to do something for them. They would like you to join them for the reception, and they would like to drink and eat and be merry for the rest of the day and create some lovely memories for them to cherish for the rest of their lives. So now for the Celtic well-wishing and a poem by Ogden Nash. May your home be a place of happiness for all who enter it, a place where the old and the young are renewed in each other's company, a place for growing and a place for sharing, a place for music, a place for laughter, and a place for love. Be constantly enriched by the beauty and the bounty of your love for one another, and may all of your days be good and long upon the earth. To keep your marriage brimming with love and a loving cup. When you're wrong, admit it. When you're right, shut up. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure and my privilege to present to you the married couple, Mr. and Mrs. Matthews.